have nothing to worry about, because that you know that you put all your best, you know that you give your all, and that whatever all is. So today I met with my client, and when we, the last time we talking about, and he talking about his business goal, and he start to have like 14, 17 pages, and I just say, okay, so let's close that and let us go page by page. And for instance, he said that his goal is spiritual goals, and he said, I want to be happy, or I want to be thing. I said, okay, so you don't have I will look at it later, but again, what I want you to verbally tell me, are you happy now? And he says somewhat. Okay, I said somewhat. Good, because now you have a track to run on. So if you said you are somewhat good and you want more happy, so what are you doing now? So you have a baseline that make you feel somewhat good. So if you want to feel better, more happy, so what you need to do, whether you looking for something else to do make you happier, or you just have to really do more what you already feel good about. Because sometimes is and then he said that meditations or do the Tai Chi, or something like that. And I said, even though something that's so minimal to you, something that you didn't make any money out of it, but if that's something make you happy, and that's the activity you need to engage to, put on your calendar, because what is scheduled will get done. So, and then he said health goals. So health goals is meaning what? He said eating right. Eating right, okay, so what kind of food you want to eat? So whatever that you want to eat, then you don't think that good for you, do not make available at your house. And then it's something that you plan ahead of time, and you go shopping, and then you shop, and you put in the container, put in freezer, put in refrigerator, whatever, and you warm it up to eat whenever that is. But don't tell me you want all those things and you're not willing to do anything to make it happen. So as well as business too. I mean, I'm watching the TED talk yesterday, and the one TED talk in 2005, and the guy talking about, he tried to do something, and he just go see someone about something, and then when they say no, he just so terrified, he just turn his back and run. And then, now he learned that, he just going to calm him down. And when he approaching someone, they say no, or they asking him why he needs something. And, that they asking him the reason. So take time to talk to them. And that what when it turned thing around. And the thing that left me so hard, that when he went to the Olympic side donut, and he thought that, I just throw it out because I know the answer will be no anyhow. But to his surprise, the answer is yes, and he has that video on the YouTube and 5 million viewers. So don't tell me what on your mind, because what your mind have to transfer and have to come to, to the action, because your action worth more than the word can say, because sometimes is action is needed. In order for you to make things moving, you need to move. And that is my point. Success is not guaranteed, but if you know for sure that that's what you want, and you do your absolute best to get there, and believe or not, you know that you have put in your best foot, and you have to give on your all, and you don't have to feel regret. Because I rather doing thing and just say, that thing is not working, I might try something else, but I don't want to have the regret for not doing it and not try hard enough. So my scope today is, the purpose is do what is matter most, because figure out what you needed to do, and do it. What because if that's success, that's what you want, then devote your time on it. do everything that you could with what you have in order for you to get there. Because a lot of people that everybody nobody, if you're talking to somebody, nobody want to say that, oh, I just want to be a ferry, I just want to be a drifter. Nobody want that. Everybody wants success. But what you want and what you're willing to do are the two different things. If you want badly enough and you will commit it yourself to do whatever it takes in order for you to get it, and the bottom line is you will get it. Or at least in your, you have to work at it. That's correct, Trisha, because you have to work, because you are not a child anymore. You cannot just write this business plan and you put on the shelf, or you put in just like the wish list and to send to Santa in the North Pole, because you are not a child anymore, and you know that in order for you want to do something, get off your butt, walk out of the house, roll up your sleeve and work for it. Because if you get there, great, you will be able afford it to help your friend, to taking care of your family, to taking yourself and everything. But if not, you have such a respect for yourself, because you know that you do everything that you could. But success is something you dream of, but you have to wake up, and you need to make that wake up become a reality by do the actual work. Remember, that is, you are not a 2 years old. You are not, you just cannot send a wish list to Santa, and at night that you on the New Year, Christmas Eve, and you go to sleep and you put the milk and the cookie, and you hope that the Santa will be impressed and leave the gift for you. So. That is enough for me to say for today, because again, this is pretty much the end of the 2016. It worked for, yeah, and that's the thing is, let me tell you, Miriam, I'm going absolutely crazy when people say do the random act or do something. It's supposed to be everyday thing. You just don't do things because of holiday, everything, because because that have to be a part of you. And Trisha will know that, and she will appreciate. Hi, April, thank you very much for joining, because habit is you need to have the discipline to do something day in and day out in order for you to make that become a part of your habit. And habit is just like at the first, the first thing you need to do is it's tough. It's tough to do exactly the thing at the beginning, but as time go on, it just become that no-brainer. Because success is people said success. People will say that success is so easy, and they say it not because they want to demeanor. They don't want to say that look at me or you. They just say, oh, you people, I don't know why you are not success, because success is so easy. It is so easy for them because they work so hard. They work so damn hard. They do whatever the activity that they have, they will commit that, and to do it day in day out become a habit. And when it become a habit, they do thing. It's just so easy, and that is success to a lot of people. A success people, it is easy because that the thing is so natural, so normal to them. I read somewhere they said that an airplane, when they start to take off on the runway, take them a lot more energy to take off, from the runway at the beginning, at the initial of the airplane. But when they take off, when up the air, the amount of taking them to start on the runway. For instance, at the Logan Airport, just to go through the Logan Airport, the driveway, and take the same energy for them to fly from Boston to Los Angeles. So that is to tell you that is what we start doing is always the most toughest thing, the most take a lot of energy and not a lot of focus and a lot of intention. Because most people say, now listen to this, most people say that take 3 weeks or 21 days to learn a new thing and then turn it into a habit. But you know, the average, according to the study from the Princeton, some study, they said took 66 days. That the average 60 days in order for you to imprint, you know, one of the habit into your membranes and into your part of your daily task. And then if you do something and you committed to, now remember that the key is you have to be mindful, you have to commit to, you have to intentionally, you have to be intentionally push it there, because you know, if you do something not mindful, if you even do 100 days, it means nothing, because see that the level of the habit, it become a habit, and it will serve you well in the future. That if you do it intentionally, you do it mindfully, and you do it, you know, just like you decided, you know, you have a print and you have to press it, to imprint it until it become a part of you. So that is all for me. Thank you very much for listening. As always, I appreciate and I love you, all of my live viewer. I know that, hey, Moira, thank you so very much for joining. I just about to wrap up, and I hope that you watch the replays. Trisha, as always, you are the person that I admire so much. You inspire me every day. To see you, to hear you, you inspire me. You sustain hope in me. And Miriam, thank you very much. Such a loyal friend and such a sister that who always there. To love and to support me. I'm grateful. Kevin, thank you very much. And through Trisha, that I got to get to know you and mingle with you. And thank you very much. And April, thank you. And Moira, I miss you. I truly am. I sometimes to time that I look at your posts and I watching you, and when I see you on the Facebook, and I'm wondering what about the situation with the condo and everything. I hope all is well, and happy holiday to you, my friends, and love you, and all of you. Thank you so very much to my live viewer as well as to the replay viewer. Trisha, that is something I'm very passionate about. I want to work with my clients. I want to nudge them. I want to lead them. I want them to show them the way. I want to remind them of their potential, and I want to remember all of my clients of their purpose, of their missions, because because all of those things inspire them. Because see, sometimes that life have the way of getting to people's life, and sometimes they forget, and then sometimes that it's good to remember, and sometimes it's good to hear somebody say that I believe in you. And as always, I believe in you. I believe in your mission. I believe in your purpose. And Trisha, I certainly would like to see the document. Will be scheduled sometime soon, and thank you. And I certainly will support you in any way I can. Anything I can help, that I will be there. And Nabil, who is so awesome. Nabil and we frequently have a question, and Nabil is thank you, Trisha. I always appreciate you, and at this moment I have to say that what an honor that is, and I honor you, and I celebrate all of you. To those of you that who are past crossed, and what a blessing that is for me. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for our opportunity to connect, and I cannot say enough. I found you, just like I mentioned earlier, collaboration, the association.